goodness. This is still hard for me to wrap my head around, being stuck on I-95 for more than 24 hours in some cases. Glad it's finally moving, though. Matthew, thank you. And I want to bring in our Bruce LaShan now. And Bruce, you've been following the response to the situation. Were they just overwhelmed by the weather or not ready?
Yeah, they say that they were ready, that they had everybody on 12-hour shifts starting on Sunday night, but that they were simply overwhelmed by the weather. First of all, this event started as a rain event, so they couldn't get out and pre-treat the roads at all. The treatment would have just washed away. Then they say the snow started coming down so heavily, 1, 2, 3 inches an hour, that it was simply impossible for the snow plows to keep up, especially with all the traffic. Then they had the situation with the jackknifed tractor trailer, started about 8:20 a.m., so they couldn't even get the plows in there to start clearing things out, and it just piled up, and then of course it froze overnight, which made it even harder to clear. But a lot of people wanted to know, why didn't the state bring out the National Guard and get the National Guard to help out in this situation? And the governor addressed that.
And it's important to remember that calling out the National Guard is also not an immediate solution. It takes hours to deploy them. Remember that our Guard members have day jobs. In fact, as you all remember, last January 6th, we sent the National Guard to help at the Capitol after the insurrection. But it was the next day before they were able to arrive.
The governor also seemed to try and foist some of the blame for this on the localities down there. He said that he had not heard from any of the localities requesting a declaration of emergency or help from the National Guard to deal with this disaster. One good thing, this was one of the big escape routes on US 17. You can see it is running well here after being completely jammed all day. Back to you guys.
All right, the big headline, 6:05 tonight. No more drivers stranded on I-95 more than 30 hours later.